Mauna Kea is a sacred site for the native Hawaiian people, the Kanaka Maoli, acknowledged as such in ancient Hawaiian stories and chants.
Water from its lake, Lake Waiau, is still being used in native healing practices. Yet, 13 telescopes, 22 buildings in total have been erected on the mountain, with the largest telescope to be constructed this year.
To prevent any further destruction to the sacred space, thousands of native Hawaiian cultural practitioners, activists, educators, and community members who consider themselves to be protectors more than protesters have traveled to the sacred mountain, vowing to abide by a philosophy and practice of non-violent engagement known as kapualoha, and to protect the site at any cost.
Many have stayed on site, creating a kind of civic space and learning center which honors traditional native Hawaiian practices while also reflecting the continuing vitality of Hawaiian sovereignty.
Aloha, I'm Mililani Trask. I'm Kanaka Maoli. I'm a native Hawaiian attorney. For many years, I practiced law in Hawaii, and then I went to the United Nations on the issues of human rights for our people and also for the Pacific. And I'm real happy to be here to have a chance to meet with and chat with some of the youth of Guam about some issues that we have in common, I think. Tell me a little bit about yourself and your family.
My name is Makumi. My mother is Pohnpeian and my father is Palauan. I was raised and born here.
My name is Ha'ani. I'm Samoan and Chamoru, and I'm a Flores Cabeza from Talafofo and a San Miguel Sablon from Sumai.
I'm Javy, and I'm Filipino, and I live in Manilao.
Hafade, my name is Vicente. My family names are Familian Eka, Baliga, Santos, Pampi, Zansi Familian Balitres.
Do you know how Hawaii became a state in the United States Union?
It was a kingdom of its own.
And the reigning monarch at the time was Queen Liliuokalani.
And some Americans came by, basically threatened her.
It was stolen by a white man named Dole.
He overthrew the queen and established sort of a U.S. government there.
Hawaii was illegally annexed by the United States. They took her kingdom in order to establish industries, particularly for pineapples or sugar canes.
Yes. In 1893, we were our own cultural country, place, but then in the advent of the Tyler Doctrine, America came out basically with military force and overthrew not only Hawaii, but others in the Pacific as well. The Dole that took over Hawaii was none other than the Dole and Dole pineapple. And he was one of the power brokers for American economic development. Do you know what is happening now on our mountain on the big island of Hawaii, Mauna Kea?
From my understanding, they're building a telescope there.
They call it the 30-meter, am I right?
Yes, the
30-meter telescope,
yes.
Or TMT. They plan to build it on top of Mauna Kea for astronomy to see the stars better.
Yes.
The native Hawaiians that are protecting it from businesses that want to build the telescope.
But the indigenous people to Hawaii have been protesting it in order to save that sacred land.
You know, Mauna Kea has always been a wahipana, a sacred place for our people. And it started in the late 1960s with 3 telescopes, pretty much funded by the Congress for U.S. military activity and others, private research. They promised that they would only be 3. Then they gave out a total of 13 permits, but they built 22 buildings. Today, they have taken the summit, and they're saying it's a science reserve, but we know that it is a sacred place. We have decided that we need to stand up for our right to worship Creator. All peoples have this fundamental right. It started with 45 elders, getting arrested about a month ago, and now many thousands of people have come to support us, and from all over, including indigenous peoples from Guam who came up. Whole delegation of students came. We have teachers, and we have had great support, the royal families from Tonga and Fiji, monks from Japan, movie stars, The Rock. But it seems that when it comes to protecting the earth and the sacred manifestations of it, there are many who are hearing and understanding Those that called for the meeting are the kumuhula, all of the hula masters, which is primarily female, and also those that are called wahine papalani, the women who practice at the foundation of the heavens, and that is what Mauna Kea is for us.
So you had mentioned that Mauna Kea serves as the foundation of the heavens, right? So is there a story behind it?
Going back to the time of the birth of Hawaii, from whence did we come? And the chant begins, O Vakea, the Sky Father, Nohoia Papahana Moku. Vakea, the Sky Father, laid down upon Papa, the Earth Mother. Hanao Hawaii he Moku. Born was the island of Hawaii. So our very place in our cosmogony, and when we look at how we arise, it is there at Mauna Kea. When the keiki is born, when the Hawaiian baby is born, the piko, the umbilical cord, must be taken to Mauna Kea. So the mothers, the grandmothers, and sometimes the hula dancers, Hawaiians that live on the continent, will keep it and send it home by the mail. Or when the dancers come for the Merry Monarch, all the women come from the islands, they will bring it to take up to the Mauna.
What was it like when you went to Mauna Kea?
It was just something that was so significant to me as a woman, to be able to pray to the akua, to call in the same way that our mothers and grandmothers before the coming of the white man. It is just such a great heritage, and we can all reclaim it. We have a t-shirt that we wear at home with a picture of the telescope on it, and it says, before you look in space, better take care of this place. Javy, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
And sharing your mana'o with me about Mauna Kea.
Thank you so much for your work.
Thanks for sharing your mana'o with me.
Thank you.
Sainamasis for coming. I really enjoyed speaking to you, and I will do my best to help Mauna Kea and for us Indigenous people to survive and thrive, and for our cultures to live on.
Thank you so much. I have to aloha you. Thank you so much.
For more content like this, subscribe to Nihi Kids on YouTube.